The judge has declared a mistrial after jurors said they could not reach a unanimous verdict in a dispute over whether two engineering firms should bear some responsibility for Flint's lead-contaminated water. The two firms were accused of not doing enough to get Flint, Michigan to treat the highly corrosive water or to urge a return to the regional water supply they had used previously. Joining us now with her legal insight, host and legal analyst of the Law and Crime Network, Terri Austin, is here. Terri, this 8-person jury met for about 7 days after hearing evidence for months. This trial focused on the actions of these two firms and the effects of lead on children. So what does this mistrial mean for future legal action on this issue?
Diane, it's going to be very difficult for other plaintiffs to sue these types of engineering companies. I think the jury had a difficult time because they think the government was responsible, and both of these defendants basically said they came in midstream, they were following orders, and basically pointed the finger elsewhere, and that actually worked. And so they said they tried to warn the government to test the water, and I think that jury had a hard time after all of these years saying that these two engineering companies were the ones who were responsible. They sent a note to the judge saying they could not reach a verdict. The judge basically said, go back, do your best. And then they finally came out and said, it's going to be very stressful for us and we cannot reach a verdict. So now we have this mistrial in this bellwether case.
Water became contaminated in 2014 after they changed the water supply. They pulled it from the Flint River, and that water wasn't treated to reduce the corrosive effect on the lead pipes. Now, the Michigan Civil Rights Commission is saying that the bad water was the result of systemic racism in the city. So could it change things legally if prosecutors try to bring this case back and argue that race was a factor?
Well, you know, that Michigan Civil Rights Commission report back in 2017, it was 129 pages, and it will be helpful to support any sort of claims that any plaintiffs or any prosecutors might want to bring in this case, whether it's civil or whether it's criminal. And the commission basically said there was systemic racism, there was implicit bias, and they said there were no specific laws that were broken, but that sort of report is definitely going to help anyone who wants to bring a civil rights claim saying that their rights were violated, and it very well could support a verdict in their favor. So I definitely think it was good that the Michigan Civil Rights Commission investigated and came to a conclusion, even though it didn't help in this particular case against these two defendants.
What kind of precedent could this case set for other U.S. cities like Newark, New Jersey, that have since faced their own water crises?
Well, that's exactly right. It does seem like Flint, Michigan has had this crisis going on longer than any other cities who have had contaminated water, but have been able to address it. I think the story here is the fact that you have to move, and you have to move quickly if you want to bring these types of claims.
All right, Terri Austin, thank you as always.
Thank you, Diane.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.